Hello. Hello. I am, as I do for the intro of so many of my streams, eating an iced treat. Real question is, why my camera look like that? Why are the colors and the brightness so weird? Hello, Lo-Fi. Hello, Bobby Joe. Hello, Strix. Trozime? Rosi? I don't know that word. Not a word I ever saw at school. Eat L. What we first? Let's see. No, I don't want to know what it means in Hungarian. Good. I see. I could have gotten away with toi. I could not have gotten away with... I don't know how to say that last part, but troisième. Troisième? Troisième? Troisiamo. Hello, Strix. It's nice to see you. Early, too. Someone watch Gamescom with the Monster Hunter news. I don't tend to watch a lot of trailers anymore, to be honest, because I think the quality of trailers has steadily gone downhill. And they are generally over-revealing, in my opinion. I guess for something like Monster Hunter, it wouldn't matter. You can't really spoil Monster Hunter, because it's like, oh, what happened? Did they fight a monster? You know? But, yeah. I have not watched that yet. But I've seen some things. Adzor tends to blast my DMs with news anytime something like that happens. First hunt, new HUD, new map, cookie reworked, hell yeah. The coolest thing I've seen so far, Strix, is that they've removed the gender lock on armor sets. So you can now be a lady hunter wearing the big, stupid, heavy armors, and you can be a male hunter wearing the frilly, pretty little dresses. And I think that's cool, because gender locks are dumb. So that's the coolest thing I've seen so far. That it's the first game ever where they removed the gender locks. If you want to come back to World, let me know. We could play together. Oh, I wouldn't want to play Monster Hunter with you, Strix. You do speedruns and shit. That would be embarrassing for me. You're actually good at the game. I don't want to... hello, yes, sorry, hello Strix, hello Lo-Fi, hello Feewee, hello. You eat that iced treat? I will, baby girl. Strawberry lemonade flavor. Hello, Lala. You could want to not be surprised with new monsters. There are so many monsters in Monster Hunter that I wouldn't know if it was original or returning. Because I've only really played World. So... Also, my favorite monster, I assume, is, like, always returning. So... Kinda no surprise for me. My favorite monster is, like, one of the mascots of the whole series. Fucking... not, well, maybe mascot's the wrong word, but he's one of, like, the big, iconic monsters that always shows up. My favorite, Devil Joe. He's basically just the fucking rogue asshole of the Monster Hunter world. He just shows up in maps to fuck up literally any... Like, you can't hunt him. He'll show up in random other hunts to fuck up any monster he sees, because Devil Joe's a big, evil bastard. I just think he's, like, a really cool, sick, T-Rex looking motherfucker. With big, like, dark, like, red and black energy blast from his neck and shit. I don't know, I just think he's cool. He's a big pickle, and I like him. Been Monster Hunter for almost 20 years now, so, wow. Yeah, no, World was, for me, and I think a ton of people, a really good entry game. Because I haven't played much Monster Hunter. I follow a content creator who has played a lot of Monster Hunter. And from the way I hear him talk about it, World was basically revolutionary in the amount of quality of life it added. And all the other games, while good games, are kind of just really tedious to play because of lots of little quality of life thing. So I've heard that World was a very good entry point for newer players. because it streamlined some things and made some things more accessible without really changing the gameplay. Oh no, sorry, but this content creator had played. He's played Monster Hunter, not just World. He's been playing all of them for years and years. That's what I'm saying. He said that World was really good to get in on because it made so many things. Canta per me? I don't know who that is. Guy called Pat Stares At. He plays lots of things. He's just also a big fan of Monster Hunter. He's a great sword man, I believe. How is everyone doing today? Okay. Yeah, he's not really a Monster Hunter content creator, Strix. He's just a content creator that really likes Monster Hunter. He's more of a variety guy. I'd say more of a horror guy than anything else. Survival horrors are his favorite things, but like, he's not playing like every new horror game of the week. He likes those kind of things. Silent Hill and Resident Evil, classic survival horror stuff. Almost certainly are the Pat Stares At or Woolly Versus. They are two big ones. To be fair, I have been watching them for like 13, 14 years or something. And they are some variety content creators. The amount of weird little games they played on that channel. Nuts. Horror games alone, when they were doing Best Friends Play, every horror month, every October, they'd do the shitstorm of scariness and they'd play a different spooky game literally every month. Like, for years they did that. So through them, I've seen easily like triple digit horror games that are just weird little indie games that no one would ever play or like find or know about. Because they're just kind of niche. So like, yeah, a wide net is a good way to put it. Monster Hunter Rise is £6 right now. That was not mentioned. Thank you for letting us know that, Feely. Because I haven't touched Rise at all. Because I only really played with friends, and when it was coming out, no one ever said anything about playing it, so I didn't pick it up, and then people just kind of played it. So at that point, I was like, well, now there's no point. But for £6, I'd be tempted to try. It's funny because I was looking at it this morning, debating more bad decisions. I mean, hey, like I just said, people around me kind of played it, and I kind of didn't. It passed me by because no one ever said anything about playing it, so I didn't have the money for it on launch because I was like, I guess we're not bothering. So I haven't touched it. If that's a game you want to get into, I'll hunt some monsters with you. The game's way more fun with people. Way more fun. You can do it alone, but it's not the same. And there's no like unique like shared loot streams or anything. We all get to carve the tail. We all get to hunt the monsters. We all get to you all get full rewards. There is no cost to having friends. Where was it £6 though, Feely? Is it on Steam? On Steam, it's 8 for me. Already have Monster Hunter World in a bundle. So should I. Yeah. Oh wait, so you in the 20th anniversary pack bundle. If you're buying individually, it's still only £8.24. But if you don't own World, it's only £2 more. Yeah, I haven't touched that one at all, feeling. So like £6, I won't lie, that's also quite tempting to me. Hunting monsters with friends is fun, and you get doggies. Very cool. And there's a very good daggers moveset, Freely. Very good. You can basically turn into a Beyblade and spin through the air. Thrown by the timed missions. The missions are always timed, but it kind of doesn't matter. Well, maybe they're not, actually. Maybe that's unique to World, but like, there's no reason to go slow. There's like, you could pick up materials, but you'll be fucking drowning in materials. Like, you'll have too many mushrooms to even think about it. Yeah, and like once you kind of, it's basically just a gear thing. You've got more than enough time to kill the monster you're there for, and then like on a later run, like sometimes there'll be extra monsters in the map. Some of those monsters, like once you get a bit more geared, you can drop them in like a minute if you if you know how to kill them, which you probably do. Like, don't worry about the time limit. The time limit is more of a suggestion than anything. The time limit's only there for if you've really fucked up. Like, massively fucked it. Otherwise, you will not. Yeah, Monster Hunter's fun. There's a lot of cool weapon types. And very cool armor. There's a grappling hook in this one. You can ride a dog. It's neat. I would hunt monsters with people while it's nice and cheap. I would absolutely be down. Because I haven't touched this one. Did they add a new weapon in this one? They didn't, right? I already forgot about the emote. Yeah, I can see you either being like a ranged girly, a dual blades girly, or an insect glaive girly. Yeah. No, you know what? You would absolutely love insect glaive. You would adore it because it's like high movement, like you'd expect from daggers, like jump, like it's the only class with a jump for one, but like jumping and flipping and slashing this big glaive, but you also get a little bug that you shoot out to go and like it goes and does things. Like you shoot it at parts of the monster and it'll get you like health or something, like, you know, it'll collect things for you. Glaives in general, fair enough. I thought you'd like one of the daggers people. I thought you'd like the dual blades or a range thing or that. But yeah, that one you also get a little bug friend that you send to go and do things. And again, it's the only class with a jump. You spend more time in the air than anywhere else. So it's very good. Insect glaive is one I could recommend for you. It does look, this is not to like dissuade you. When we played World, me, Brad, Adam, and Jack, the glaive did look a bit like easy mode at times. Because you are, when you can effectively fly, you're always in range to hit the part you need to hit. Right? Like from the sky, you can hit anyone, anytime. But I think it's got its downsides as well. It might just be that I played quite a heavy weapon. So like I had the very different experience where I was on the ground. Yeah, I could recommend, really. For that cheap. Oh, the insect glaive, he likes it even more in Rise. Oh, Feely's gonna love it. Feely's gonna love it. Yeah, that'd be my strongest recommend. The thing is, like, because the game is literally just kill monster, get parts, make new gear out of parts, you end up running the hunts so many times and you can start running them so quickly that it gets to the point where, like, if you want to try a whole new weapon, it'll take like half an hour for you to grind out the parts you need to make a new good weapon of that type. It's very quick. You do have to. If it's anything like World, the game also gives you, like, as you unlock higher tiers of weapon, you'll get like a new starting point, so you don't always have to go back to tier 1. It'll be like, here's the tier 3 generic, here's the tier 5 generic. So you can just go tier 5 generic, the one you want, instead of going tier 1 generic, upgrade to get to the same result. So that's cool. You can change weapons pretty. Super attacks aren't super attacks if it's all about spamming them. Ah, so you just think they should be less available. That's fair. Yeah, if you want people to play with, Feely, you might want to play this solo. I know how you are for some games like this. Personally, I think there's nothing you gain by playing it solo. You don't get extra gear or anything. If you pick it up and you want people to play with, absolutely hit me up, because yeah, for that cheap, I'll give Rise a go. Why not? What do I have to lose? DB. Dual Blades main. Switch to Bow for Lance. Lance to Iceborne. I started with... I don't remember which ones are which. I started with... like... I played Charge Blade and Switch Axe. Strix. I just don't remember which way around they are, because one of them's a sword that turns into an axe, and one of them is an axe that turns into a sword, and they both do like big elemental blasts. So I never remember which one's which. Thank you for the enabling. I totally grabbed it. Godspeed. I'll pick it up later on after stream. It is fun. It is fun. It's also very much two of the hardest weapons in the game. I don't mind that. Trust me, I did fine. Because it was smack this, smack that, you know, smack people around. And then, you know, just wait for your moment and unload a huge blast on someone's head. It was easy enough. I'll get it installed. Aren't you gonna be like top level with all the mega gear and shit though? Or can you have multiple save files in this one? You can gear down. That's fair. What if I just don't like you? What if I don't want to play with you, Brad? What if you smell and I hate your stupid hammer face? Wait, Brad, if you join and we play as a 3, do you not get the Palamutes? Because if so, I'm not playing with you. I want the dog more. Doggo. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. That's the only thing you could lose with playing it with more people, Feely, is that if you had two players, you both, like, in World, you got your little cat friends, because they're basically just there to be, like, weaker party members. To kind of fill out numbers a bit, but they're very low impact. It kind of doesn't matter. You could play 2 players without it and wouldn't notice the difference. But in 3 players and plus, you just didn't bring them, because again, they kind of don't matter. I don't know how it works for the doggo in Rise. Because instead of the palicos, you have a palamute, which is your little dog friend. You get both if you play in duos, I think. I don't know. That's how it worked in World. I don't know how it works in Rise. But I think that's the only thing people would lose is your animal friend, which are basically just there to be like, I want to say at most 20% of a real hunter. They are not impactful. They're basically just there so that if you get knocked down alone, the cat can pick you up. That's basically all they're around for. So they don't matter. Got even one other person with you. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. 1080. Capture. Yeah, game fun. Oh. Oh, because right, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Multiplayer, you can only have one. One what? Palico and Palamute? I already, like, I don't care about the Palico. Oh, the doggy. Alright. I named this save file Vivek. Palico or Palamute, so cat or dog. That's fine. That's fine. I don't need both. Because like I said, the Palicos are not good fighters. But the Palamute you can ride around on and stuff, so like... Yeah. I'll take that. Doggy, doggy. Alright. Now... Oh, it's like a big wolf. Yeah. It's a big wolf and you could, they're like your mount. You ride around on them to chase the monsters and stuff. I haven't done anything with them. Those were new to, at least, they might have been in older games. To me, they were new in Rise. They weren't in World. You just had your little cat friends. So anything I just said about the animal companions, I was talking about the cats. The dogs, I don't know, they seem cool. Monster Hunter's cool because it always adds a lot of new stuff every game. Like, a lot of new stuff. There's hundreds of them. Okay. Introducing Rise. I didn't know if they were returning from, like, an older game in this. Now, because I'm a little asshole. I named my save Vivek. And didn't mention at all what we were doing. Game bought, but Jack, you don't play games. Also, yeah, Jack, I maybe should have thrown this out 5 minutes ago, but I only thought of it now. I don't know if you are available basically anytime Feely's free. Because of your work schedule and her work schedule, because school's starting up again soon. Something to think about. Including his Amaterasu? Hell yeah. Well, that's a skin I'll put on and never take off. But yeah, I'm not sure if your schedules ever really match up, Jack. I think Monday night would be the only night. That'll be changing soon. Hopefully, yeah, if you get a different work schedule. But as of right now, I think Monday night is the only night you'd have. Because you're working every other night other than Tuesday, and that's Feely's busiest day. So I'm very down to play with you. I'm not sure if we could all play this together because of scheduling. You can do Monday night at least. Yeah, that would be the one night that you two could play together anyway. Monster Hunter is a game where it's very easy to just play with different people. Like we do in Vermintide, it doesn't matter who slots in and who slots out. So like Jack could still play, I just don't know if we could all play together because of scheduling. For now. Hopefully that changes. I'm going to see the... Now why I'm here? St. Holmes. Go by that before buying it, no worries. Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to dissuade it. It's just, you know, something to keep in mind. I just wish I'd thought of it before he spent the money, but if he said he'd already thought about it, then it's fine.
Can you ask your question quickly?
It's just a thought I had afterwards where I was like, I don't know how that's going to work. That's not what I wanted for. Yeah. And like I said, Jack, like, even if it doesn't work out that, like, you can maybe play with Feely right now, like, I could play with you on a different day. But Feely also says she could do Monday nights. So, like, there you go. There's at least one day we can all play together. Too many people have volunteered to opt out since I wouldn't be progressing. You should opt out because you're ugly. And I hate you. Got him. Another liberal destroyed. You're crying again. Yeah, the fact that you stopped crying is a failing of mine. I'll do better. I'll try harder. Yeah, I'm very down to play. I do think it's very funny. It's happening again. I'm only going to have ever played with the exact same team comps. Because Brad's still going to be Hammer. And Jack's going to go Daggers. The dual blades. And Feely's going to go Insect Glaive. So Feely's just become new Adam. And I'll still want my big elemental weapons. So it's the same loadout again.
Go ahead, Outlander.
Do you want to try heavy ball gun? Interesting. I think heavy ball gun will annoy you. Because you do not have patience. And unless you are shooting the monsters in a very specific way, ball gun, well, the ranged weapons suck. Because if you're hitting them in their flank, garbage, terrible. You might as well not be here. The ranged weapons only really work, but when they work very well, is you hit them in the face and the bullet goes through them, like through their neck, chest, torso, and out the tail, and it hits them like 10 times. Because they pierce, and that's how it works. So, like, you have to have, like, patience and positioning for the right shot, Jack. Which I know you won't mind, but because the way the monsters move, I can see that annoying you. So that's the way you get, like, that's the only way you get, like, big damage on the ranged weapons that I know about. I know it's very important that you hit them at the right angle. But, like, I'm not looking to be an optimal speedrunner. As long as you're hitting the monster, I'll be fine. Like, I don't care. Focus mode in Wilds? What's that, boss? Oh, right. You've got, like, a fucking lock-on thing, right? You know what? Call it a skill issue. Say I'm bad, say I'm dumb, say I'm stupid, say I'm blind, say whatever you like. I don't care. I fucking hate Vivek. I hate it here. I hate it here. I never fucking know how to get around this nightmare. Vivek is a maze, it's okay, that's fine. Like I said, call it skill issue if you must. I don't know how it's... Which form are you going to find? I don't know. I've been stuck in the forest. I mean, there's one here, right? Actually, now that I look about it. Now I look at it. There is one in the foreign quarter. I believe. Julia. I know that name. Alright, Hearthburst then, I guess. Because she's in this canton, and since I'm imprisoned here... He seems like a good start, because I think...
Is there something you need?
Yes, I remember the name.
May I help you? Its scent is unfamiliar.
Go on about your business.
Isn't she up here? Isn't she the one...
You've got my ear. Let's hear.
Is there something I can do for you?
We found like a love letter about from one of the guys.
What's your
What
story?
Khajiit do for you?
He runs like a general store or something.
Move along.
I think. Is that a different canton?
Talk is free. What do you want?
Hello?
Yes, Outlander. What may I do for you?
What do you think of our city, Outlander?
Tidings, citizen.
Julia! Yeah, anyway, Monster Hunter's fun and I'm excited to play it with you guys. Hope our waste works.
Well, what
Okay.
have we here? Interesting.
I do feel the need to apologize to you though, Feely. I feel like we're cannibalizing a lot of your time. He's like, oh, let's play Vermintide. Oh, let's play Monster Hunter. Oh, let's play puzzle games.
What was that?
Feel like you've been roped into a whole bunch of stuff. How dare you threaten me with a good time? I know. It's not about the good time. It's not about you only have so much time for good times. And I know for a fact there's a lot of other people wanting to play games with you.
Is there something I can
I know you play games with Pebs. I know you're playing something with Cranny. I think Mohad. I know you play games with a lot of people, all right? And you work. And you stream. That's all I'm apologizing for. Is I know you're busy. So I'm sorry we keep, like, being like, oh, do this, do this.
I'm listening.
But, like, supposedly we're going to play Warhammer at some point, like, Total War. That's going to take months. Months, Feely. It's going to take months. I have... Hang on. In Warhammer 2, I have 68 hours. In Warhammer 3, I have 100 hours. I've finished one campaign. It's going to take months. So I'm apologizing. Because we keep wanting to take up some of your time. Because you're cool and we like hanging out with you. But I know there's a lot of people that want to hang out with you. So, first of all,
What does the
thank you for hanging out with us. It's very cool. But also, like, yeah, sorry. I know you're busy. Sorry, Wiki. I'm sorry I keep enabling you into new games. to play with us. Mohawk keeps telling me there's a Minecraft server. They're not giving me any details. Blue balling me. Ah, see, that's one I'll be safe from. I do not like Minecraft. I have no problem with Minecraft.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
But I played in beta.
Go on about your business.
And around the alchemy update, it just stopped being the game I liked. I was like, you know what? Things keep changing. I think something core about the experience I was enjoying has changed now. And I kind of just tapped out and never played again. I don't really mind. Like, I've got no problem. It's not like I think Minecraft's bad. I know Minecraft's good. It's just somewhere along the way it kind of lost something I really loved about it. Like, well, they didn't lose it. It changed. Got me through a pandemic. I don't want to rely on it as much. I still enjoy dipping in. Yeah, like, again, it's a perfectly fine game. It's, in fact, a very, very good game. And you know what? If I was to give it another go, it would be an interesting experiment. I probably would actually enjoy it if I sat down and played it properly. But at the time, I was like, this isn't... Minecraft, I think I loved because...
What is it, citizen?
When... Brad, when did you get into Minecraft? And when did I get into Minecraft? You remember what was new when I got in? I feel like I got in when beds were new. That sounds familiar. Any 2010 to 2012, 18 years ago. It can't be 2010. We didn't know each other. So it would have to be 2012. 16 years ago. Yeah, like I would have been like 12, 13. And Minecraft would have been like one of the first real games I ever played on a PC. Before that, it would have been like Age of Empires when I was No, that's not true. I forgot about something. I played a couple more games on that on a PC. But I never really... It would have been the first game I ever like had on a computer of my own. I think. And it was just so beautifully simple. And I think by the time of Alchemy, I was just like, you know, this isn't really the experience I was enjoying. Beds were added in 2011. Yeah, see, I remember those being new because I remember you being really excited about them. So, like, yeah. Right, maybe I need to stop chatting about Minecraft. I keep doing this a lot in recent streams, and I feel like people probably don't care. But I'm finding I'm like chatting a lot. And it means I'm like distracted from the game and I'm not really getting anything done. Like we literally stopped the last Morrowind stream because I was just kind of wandering around in place. Gone are the days of the Ether and Glimmer's steampunk textbook. See, because you're about 6 years older than me. You would have been like 18, 19 when I started playing Minecraft. So I was like a babby. And therefore did not... Texture packs were largely beyond me for a little while. It took me a while to figure them out. Especially because I was new to PC games, really. Like, on my own PC. It's so... Like,
Citizen.
It's so weird to think about things like that, right? Because, like, I would say Feely and I are pretty similar ages. I'm about to be 28. Feely's 34. I think that's fairly similar. We're both adults around the age of 30. I think we're a very similar age, right? But at one point, I was becoming a teenager as Feely was like a full-grown adult in college. It's weird how different age gaps feel when you're younger. It's like 12 to 18, it's like Jesus Christ. But like 28 to 34, I'm like, it's like a week older than me or something. Somewhere in that range.
Right, I'm listening.
Blew my mind when you said you were like 18 when Brexit happened. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, as we get older, age gaps just seem to not matter as much. It's like bigger age gaps feel smaller. And like that's a thing I feel like I only really learned as I got older. Because when I was like 18, the difference between like, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it feels a lot smaller. I feel like it's only really with age and experience that you start realizing how big some of those gaps are.
3 gods, 1 true. Yes, Outlander.
But, you know, it's, they're 13, I'm 18, we're both teenagers. Like, you know what? That sounds really bad. But you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm not that much older than them. Not in a way that, you know, I'm not trying to justify something. It's the main corridors. What?
Move along.
Is it these? Are these the main? Stop digging in the hole. But look, here's the thing. Because there's too many freaks on the internet, I can't say something like, when you are a child, like being a teenager and someone else being a teenager feels pretty close together, but as an adult, the difference between 13 and 18 is ridiculous. Middle ones? You walk past them? What do you mean? What middle ones?
Move along. Move
These
along.
ones? The center ones? I've been in them, haven't I?
Is there something you need?
Oh, I hate it here. I hate it here.
Is there something you need?
This warm blood
You.
has questions.
Welcome you as the friend of my friend, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in my way. I've tried to persuade them, but they hate my race. I feel there will be violence. Speak with them, be careful, be ready. Drubasha the Khajiit has a bookstore. Drubasha's rare books. If you agree to travel with me there, I will answer your questions. Before I go, persuade these troublesome fools to leave us alone. So if a free Argonian offends these racist thugs, it would tarnish my Morag Tong honor to slay them. And I don't want to trouble my friend Sir Alice Golmus by fighting in this club. Okay, so talk to them, pay them, or kill them. Hang on though, you. Disturbing dreams. Okay, nothing. You. Modest thrall of the Morag Tong, study of history. Okay. Fred's got a political bookstore. Rare and obscure book. My friend Drubasha is a Khajiit. The owner. The shop is here in Vivek's foreign quarter in the lower waste works. Same level as the Black Shulk. Oh. You're curious, find a copy of the Black Glove. Are you fucking kidding? There's no way. There's no way the Morag Tong live by the Black Glove. And the Dark Brotherhood live by the Black Hand. You have to be taking the piss. That can't be real. Oh, fucking damn it.
You will suffer greatly.
Oh, I thought... Alright, well. I really thought I'd get to talk to them before we left. But oh well. Don't know much about the Morag Tongue, to be honest. How? It's the not the Skyrim. The Oblivion... fuck, Jesus Christ. The Morrowind specific group. That's like your whole jam. Exit his dialogue first. Yeah, no, I knew I had to talk to them and pay them.
Yes,
I
Doctor.
thought they'd attack as I left the bar, not as soon as I said I would
Go ahead.
go with
What do you need?
Julia. So I figured I would get to walk out. I figured I'd get to be like, yes, I'll take you, and then turn around and talk to them. I didn't think they'd be like, oh, you want to be their friend? I'll kill you. But oh well, don't care. Oh no, I killed some racists. Who gives a shit? I said I'd tell you about the Nerevarine cult. I don't know of any sixth house cult, but I can tell you what I do know. Yes, please. Ashlander. Hate the house Dunmer, become soft and have abandoned traditional. Hate Outlanders who invade and stole their land and force them to live as subject people. A reborn Nerevar could drive out the Outlander invaders, destroy the false worship of the tribunal, and restore the pure traditional life and faith of the nomads. Okay. Great houses. Lalu, Redarin, Telvanni, Indorial, dress. It's a good day indeed. Nerevarine Court. We must stand at the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to Dunmer of the Great Houses. You should also know about the persecution of the Nerevarine and the legacy of the false incarnate. For the Nerevarine Court is at the heart of the ancient conflict between the nomadic Ashland and the settled Great House Dunmer. Here is a summary for Caius, but ask your questions, answer in detail. In the first era, the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Dunmer clans were much alike, but after the First Council and the formation of the Great Houses, Ashlanders have been steadily forced into the poorest and most hostile lands. We look to the prophesied return of the Nerevar for restoration of the ancient rights of religion. It's a good day, yes. Like, not just racists, but racists so racist she couldn't walk to the other end of the corridor or they might kill her. For existing. Yeah, fuck him. I'm glad they're dead. I definitely wasn't going to pay them. So the most I was going to do is go, leave her alone. And if they said no, I was going to pull out my sword and be like, well, all right. Like that gif of Hot Fuzz where the fucking, I can't think of his name, the guy loads the gun and goes, shame. That's all it would have been if they'd been like, I'm not going to leave her alone. I would have like, damn. Sorry to hear that. Supportive lurking, no problem, GG. Welcome in, nice to see you. You love Hot Fuzz? It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. Temple treats the Nerevarine prophecies as heresy, and the Temple imprisons and executes heretics invented by him. Since the Nerevarine cult is hostile to the Empire does not interfere when Temple persecutes the cult. Ashlanders hate the Temple, and particularly the Ordinators, for their ruthless treatment of Nerevarine cultists. Some have claimed to be the reincarnated Nerevar. The most recent is known as Peak Star, a figure of legend among the Wastes tribes. The last 30 years, the temple says there are these false incarnates disprove the prophecies, since the false incarnates fail and come to nothing. The mystical Nerevarine cult glorifies rather than shrinks from contradiction, citing the appearance of failed incarnates as certain proof of Nerevar's coming. That's kind of similar to something that happens in the fantasy series The Wheel of Time. I'm not sure if people in the chat will have read any of The Wheel of Time. Even I haven't read the whole thing. It's 14 fucking books. Like, drink water, slip straight. Yeah, that's fair. That makes me think of Logain, I think his name is. Where in The Wheel of Time, they're all waiting for someone called the Dragon Reborn. Well, the dragon. But they're waiting for him to come back, so he's the Dragon Reborn. And there's this guy called Logain who's just a powerful male magic caster, of which there aren't many male magic casters. So they just assume he's the dragon, and he isn't. He's not even close. Because the actual dragon is a different beast entirely. Whenever you drink the water, you also sit up straight one day. You know what's fucked? Right? I got a nice chair to help with my back. I sit up straight to help with my back, but my back is so fucked that sometimes I like have to sit like this. Because sitting up straight is too uncomfortable. So I end up slouching a lot to avoid the pain, but it's a terrible feedback loop. Alright, I think I told you.
Greetings, Mutsera.
What's That's really sad. I mean, like, I should still try and sit up straight when I can, but sometimes if my back's acting up, like, I need to lean forward or just change how I'm sitting. The chair definitely does help, though.
Citizen.
Like, I am better in it. I think part of the problem is also, like, you know, slightly embarrassing, but I'm quite fat. And if I try and pull my chair all the way in so it's at my desk correctly, like, my belly kind of presses into my desk. It's a bit uncomfortable, so I think maybe I try and, like, get around of it.
About your business.
But with pain makes you sad, sad makes more pain makes more sad, right? I've got a few like that. I've got, you know...
You shouldn't be here.
I am fat. Fat makes pain worse. Worse pain means can't work out. Can't work out means more fat. Which makes more sad, which means eat badly. So, yeah, it all feeds into each other. So, I'm honestly really quite tired again today. But I had a realization. Well, not a realization, just a thing where, like, in hindsight, thinking backwards, I should have streamed yesterday. Because instead, I did very little all day and woke up feeling exhausted again because I did nothing all day. Like, sitting around, chilling, doing nothing, just kind of, like, being low energy doesn't give me my energy back. It just sets me at low energy. I would be better off being exhausted and doing high energy things than being low energy and doing low energy things. Like, I'm going to be playing games with people later. We're playing Rat Game, I think. And even though I'm quite tired, I need to play, I think. Like, I need to hang out or something because I think it will give me some energy back rather than take it away, even though I am quite tired. Because if I just do nothing again all night, I'm going to stay low energy. Like, I don't cycle back into high. I don't have that switch. I just stay low. Yeah, I need to do something silly and fun. Rat game. So yeah, in hindsight, I think I just needed to stream yesterday. Obviously, there's exceptions to the rules. Sometimes it's just a bad idea. You're exhausted. Streaming would be terrible. But I think yesterday I could have streamed even if it was just a low energy stream. I think I would have picked up as I went. Because that's also the thing. Sometimes I'll be really, really tired. And Lala will be like, do you want to hang out? And I'm like, no, I'm really tired. I don't know what I'd want to do. I feel like I'd just be kind of a downer. And then we hang out anyway. Because she's like, no, come on, hang out. And then after like half an hour, I've usually picked up quite a bit. I think I'm learning about myself. I don't think, and this is a revelation I'm still kind of working through, and I might be wrong, I don't know if I'm an introvert. I always have thought I was an introvert because I'm terribly anxious. I'm agoraphobic. I don't like being outside. I don't like strangers. I'm really, really bad around people. Horrific social anxiety. So I've always thought like, oh, okay, so I'm an introvert. But I don't know if I am. I think I'm maybe just an extrovert on hard mode because I am agoraphobic and I don't like strangers. I don't like big groups. I don't like big groups at all. But I do tend to like come to life a bit more around people or like on stream. Like, I think I need people to bounce off of. I just have like 6 things that make it really hard for me to want to be around anyone. So I'm not sure if I'm an introvert. Cruel fucking joke that's been played on you. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, am I not actually an introvert? Because, like, the point is, an introvert tends to, like, get their energy back when they're alone, right? But I don't. I just stay low energy, and I chill, and I don't do anything. And I like that time, but I don't get anything out of it. But when I'm around people, or on stream, I'm talkative, I'm laughing, I'm joking. Like, I do get... Like I was just saying, like, if I hang out with Lala, I do get that energy boost. I do wake up a bit. I come to life. So, like, yeah, I think it's just the world's cruelest joke. Because, like, if an extrovert is just about getting energy from people, then, yeah, I do that. But in every other way, I kind of lean introvert. So, yeah, it's one of life's funny little pranks. Right, we did the foreign quarter. We need St. Orms or the Hall of Wisdom. I am trying to stay on task, Feely, I promise. I did see your message, thank you. Okay. St. Orms is... Where's the Hall of Wisdom? I don't know where the Hall of Wisdom. Okay. Try to help this time instead of being part of the problem. No, I appreciate it. I just wanted to know I did see the message. Temple, Canton of Vivek. Where's Temple? Okay, so I can go to St. Orms and then head to Temple. Right. How do I get to the bridge? The bridge between cantons. Because this takes you down to the sewers. And almost you specifically want the canal works. Alright, thank you. Like, I think right here and now, I need someone to teach me exactly how to get to the bridge. Because I don't know how to move between cantons other than jumping in the only way I know. An outer door. But all the outer doors go to the floor above.
All right, I'm listening.
Like this is one floor up. Although there is a bridge between those two. I mean, it'll do. It's fast. The only... Right. No wonder I always have such fucking trouble. It's the one I always warp into, because the Mages Guild and stuff is there. Motherfucker! Son of a bitch! No wonder I always have such difficulty. Oh god, fucking damn it. Once again, I feel that I have been pranked by the game. That makes it make so much sense. Also, yeah, I did see Lala knows what you need. And the little blush cat. Yeah, she's clever.
Yes, Outlander. What?
She's not always great at taking her own advice, but she's clever. But, I know Lala likes, Minecraft. Maybe I should try it with her again. Just to see. Just to be like, can I enjoy Minecraft at this point? Or is it still the situation from when I was a kid where I'm like, it's just not what I liked.
Is there something you need?
It'll be something to try. Playing it right now. Hell yeah, brother. I just think it could be fun, because I know because of like Lala's laptop situation and stuff, there's not always necessarily a lot of games we can play together. But Minecraft could be a good. I don't know. We'll see. You're a builder? I mean, like, what do you mean by the types? That's here and there. Redstoner, adventurer, merchant. See, I merchant? Hang on, merchant? What do you mean? What do you mean, merchant? Wow, what the fuck? Well, like the Squidwards? Villagers? Oh, well, that's just server shit. That's not Minecraft. That's what something people have invented. That's not, like, part of the game. Like, to me, that's not a thing of playing Minecraft. That's a thing of that specific server, right? Used to go on multiplayer servers and break their economies. He did. No, feeling he's not the problem. They were the problem because they set it up bad. Because he would go on, he would find a thing. It's like, oh, you can sell this thing for 20 gold and then buy its ingredients for 15 gold. So every time I make one of these things, I get 5 gold. So let's save up 100 gold and make 20 of these things and make the profit. And then make 40 of these things and sell them and make the profit. And he's really good at finding loopholes like that. So I don't think it's his problem. They fucked up. Brad's just really good at finding those cracks. It's one of his weird little talents. Used to be a redstone king. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, Feely said redstone adventurer merchant, and I'm like, what do you mean types? That's just playing the game. Like, I would assume most people do a bit of all of it. It's like, if I need to adventure, I'll go adventure and look for stuff. If I need to mine, I'll mine. If I need to build, I'll build. we need redstone for something, I'll use some redstone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You wish to speak?
On servers, people tend to settle into their preferred roles. That's fair. I had to stop the build police from force people to build a certain way. What the fuck do you mean people will... It's Minecraft. What do you mean? Like, how did you have a fucking homeowners association in your Minecraft server? Ooh! Doing tree shit and you were in the mines. All right, to be fair though, that's because we're all working towards like a common goal. And because there you have like an actual skill to build. In Minecraft, everyone's as good at fishing as anyone else, right? Everyone can chop a tree exactly the same. It's just the tool in your hand that matters, and there's no requirement for holding the tool. So anyone can hold a diamond axe. You know what I mean? Whereas in Stardew, I went to fight, and we put money into my gear, and I got the perks for fighting. It just kind of made sense. And if you're playing a Minecraft server with some RPG system like that in it, then yeah, sure. But like, I'm talking about regular Minecraft. I'm not talking about online servers. I'm not talking about like any mods added. I'm talking about just playing Minecraft, which is where I would just do a bit of everything. Although I am also saying this, like, there are people who are good at redstone. They can build huge fucking contraptions. Oh yeah, sure. But like, I would still give it a go. You've done this thing, you're speaking with Adirania, but Adirania will not talk to you about the Neverring of the Sixth Cult because she's distracted by a census and excise. That's why I allowed the meme to propagate. That goes with the Empress. She's committing tax evasion. Giant towers of melon. Yeah. I also go like, what do you mean building the wrong way? Everything's a cube. All you can make is weird blocky structures. Literally all you can make. So how do you make a square wrong when everything's a perfect square? Spawn has to have a certain aesthetic. I mean, I kind of get that. If it's like the landing point for every player coming in, why not, right? The shit like lanterns now? Yeah, but like, it's just a decoration, right? You can't really build with a lantern. Probably. I don't know, man. Make the bad agent go away. Where are they? Where are the agent? Huh? Right. Ladder.
What does the Dunmer need?
The Dunmer. You're not building the square how I like building the square. But we are the greyest and the blobbiest.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Also, I need to go level up with some... Wow, okay, I'm over. I definitely need to go. Jadar has no trade. Jadar has the sugar. What does Jadar need with trade? Let's go away and leave Jadar alone. Is Jadar on the moon sugar? Is that a crackhead? Allows me to crackhead in the sewers? Alright. Again, for an online server, I kind of get that. Fresh start. new stuff.
What do
You know,
think of our city,
if you'd have to tear everything down to rebuild it with the new things anyway. Go for a wipe, let other people in to build things, just change up the landscape. I get it.
Yes, Outlander.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but I think if you want a permanent build, don't do it on an online server. I just feel like that's asking for trouble, because surely anyone could just come and fuck with the thing you made, and then it's not permanent anyway.
Go on.
I made a pink, blue, netherwood, and acacia house just to make people's eyes bleed. Hell yeah.
Is there something
Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of touch, because servers like this have never and will never be my thing. I'm never going to care about these online servers. Oh, a server that was run by 3 people, including... How many people were on it? Because, yeah, like, I haven't played in a lot of Minecraft servers. Or pretends is exactly what you did. That's fair. Again, my experience with online Minecraft servers is the Minecraft servers Brad would go on to 16 years ago and fuck with the economy. I don't know what servers are like now. So like I don't know about Core Protect or anything like that. But that's fair. But like I have a view of literally a different era of Minecraft online servers. Maybe 50 was filling a niche, but it wasn't massive. 50 to me sounds fucking... So many people. But like, I've never liked this kind of online server. Because they all feel like a power trip. All of them. Anyways, catch X-rays and stuff. I don't even know what that means.
You want something, friend?
Like, I assume see through walls, but to what end? X-ray cheats to find players' chests. Oh. Small Minecraft servers are run by programming hobbyists, right? That's my experience. X-rays find diamonds.
Yes, Outlander.
Okay. What, and then do they just fucking gouge people on them or something? Isn't that a built-in feature in the game?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Speedrunners use it, right? They have a button and it shows them a bunch of data in the top left of the screen, and it shows them like what is in what direction, because they use it to find like
Citizen, go on about your business.
Go ahead,
the
Outlander.
Hell
What do you
Castle Nether Fortress shit to find the blazes. Is that not the same? That's how you break the economy. Yeah, I see the problem. I'm just saying, like, isn't there a feature like this built in? But I might not understand exactly what that feature is. F3. Yeah, see, I don't know exactly what it is, so I could be wrong. I just know you can use it to find shit from really far away. Ophelia, if you think I'm talking about a cheat, assume I don't know the cheat exists. F3 can't find you diamonds. That's fair. Strongest by looking how many entities in that direction. Okay, right. Fair enough. Thank you. That makes more sense.
Go ahead, Outlander.
I just know it finds them shit. Yeah, and I know what you mean about the programming hobbyists, because like
May I help you?
every server I ever saw Brad playing on like had some weird like there was always some dumb shit coded on it. There's some stupid feature where it did this and it did that and you can do this and it's like, well, why would I do any of it? Like, none of this is necessary. I just want to play my.
Is there something I can do for you?
You know, this might be a hot take as someone that doesn't like, well, doesn't really play Minecraft and typically doesn't like online servers for anything other than like a PvP game. Like, I don't like online cooperative servers with randoms.
I can do for you?
I think servers make Minecraft worse than if you just played it alone or with friends. Then the Wasteworks? Fuck, damn it, I searched the whole Wasteworks looking for like some sort of tax office. Because I don't know his name is the thing. So I thought I had to look for like a room. Free roaming? Yeah, fair enough. I agree, to be honest, I never liked public servers. Again, like...
Yes, Outlander.
Like, servers with
What do you
friends?
want?
Yeah, sure. Like, private server? But I feel like a public server is... I think it's a worse way to play a lot of games. But again, I don't really like playing games online with randoms. Like, at all. Alright, I found him.
Yes?
Don't know where.
Go.
I don't even like playing with too many friends. Like if a group chat or a call is above like 4 or 5 people, I'm not into it. Everyone talks over each other. Loud, it's noisy. Too much. Like a group of like over that amount, I just find it hard to deal with. But, like public servers and stuff. No. Okay. Alright, you know about the code. 6th house code. This Adirania knows about because it is about smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer at the 6th house who pays very well. What do they smuggle now? Nia doesn't know because they are very secret, and this is odd because these smugglers are always loud and bragging, and now they hush up like fat-bellied kitties full of sweetmeat. Jack, I'm gonna be real, if you do that, people are just gonna call in Discord anyway. Doesn't mean I want to call, doesn't mean I'm gonna call like 10 people. But if me or Brad or Ophelia are like, oh, let's go play on the Minecraft server, I'm just gonna call them. I mean, again, assuming I ever even play on the fucking Minecraft.
What do you think of our city, Outlander?
Jack, you need to start streaming again. Set up a Discord for your stream. Get people in there. Have Minecraft nights. Have streamed Minecraft nights. Sorted. Gaming for everyone. Temples. Oh. Treat public service like a third space? What does that mean? Could stream some Minecraft at some point? Yeah. I mean, especially if you're going to set up a server with people. Absolutely. And like I said, you should set up a Discord server for your stream and stuff at that place so they have a place to like congregate. Because while I very much don't mind you using my server mostly for now, at a certain point, you... as people keep finding you and then coming to my server, we will eventually reach a problem where there's just two audiences that kind of don't fully cross over, and it'll just be a weird split down the server. It's fine for now. But like, if you were to start doing this Minecraft server, probably need a place to put those people.
What is it?
But yeah, you should. That'd be cool. Especially since, didn't they make it so you can... The signs you can write on. Did they make it so you can draw on them?
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Uninstall all my gooning mods? Depends on the kind of server. Did they make it so you could like paint on... That might be a mod. Fair enough. I could have sworn I'd seen it. But you could make paintings, Jack. How do you make a private server nowadays? You make a public server where you add like a description to it that says, "No one but my friends join, please be niceys, Angie face." And because people are inherently good and never do anything to be annoying, they just won't join. You can set up password? Probably.
I can spare a few moments if you care to talk.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I keep my shit fairly locked down as it is. I don't even really like... There aren't invite links to my Discord server. And if someone sends out a personal invite, I delete it. Which, I don't know what those two are. But like, because to me, the invite link to my Discord server is... It's on my Twitch. You go through my Twitch. I don't want people just randomly inviting anyone. Mainly to avoid, like... I realize I'm small and this probably isn't a concern, but I feel like free-floating invite links like to like hate raid shit. Or if there's one invite link, I can nix it instantly, you know? I can just kill it. In like a single click. But if people are just inviting everyone, a bit harder to deal with, right?
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Keep forgetting the name I'm looking for. Mira Milo. Temple Priestess.
What
Wall of
words do
Wisdom.
you have for me, Zip?
Yeah, I don't actually know, bro. Paid server spaces.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
What if you need to download that thing again, Brad? I can't even remember the name of it, but we used to use it for a bunch of games. My brain's telling me Hibachi, but I don't think it was Hibachi.
Under sun and sky.
Hamachi! I was actually close. Yeah!
And all that you
Gotta port forward again, son.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
I was close. I can hear that shit, man. It sucked. Eyes is a dear friend like me. He admires the best traditions of the temple, charity for the poor, education to the ignorant, protection for the weak. He's a Westerner, but he has come to love our land and our people. Like me, he distrusts the arbitrary power of the Ordinators. Like the dissident priests, he suspects the temple is hiding something. He serves the Emperor, but also loves movement, and he sees the failing virtues of the temple as a threat to Morrowind's political. The dissident priests dispute temple doctrine and were outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics. The Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs. In belief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoth. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the Ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. Temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. The Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the... Yeah, okay, I've read that bit. Okay. Yeah, Hamachi sucked. Like, it was good because it did the service, but it was such a ball. Is it still around? Oh, you bet it is. Oh, you bet it is. It's still getting updates. It was updated in April of this year. Last update was 4 months ago. God bless. You. Get Caius a copy of Prog April. Shut up! Who do you think you fucking are? Chatting to me like that? I'll take your fucking lugs off. Oh, he called me bald. Over. Avril Lavigne. Avril Linguini. I have a copy here, but I fear I'm being watched by Odin. You're gonna have to go into hiding because of this book. I will leave a message under the agreed code word Amaya. Aggravated Listerine. Change Ones, Brothers of Darkness, Cantatas of Vivek.
Tidings.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
What the fuck? Deed to a house? 3,000 Imperial. That's it? House is $3,000? I've got twice that on me right now. I'm gonna buy a mansion. I'm gonna live like a king. A quest item? Oh.
Yes, Outlander, what may I do for you?
Deed. Is stealing?
Filthy sweat.
Yes. It is stealing.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
I would like... Am I hidden? Did I do it? I did it. I'm a legend. Oh, he was right there. Idiot. Idiot. Bozo. Should have caught me, idiot.
3 blessings, Sarah.
Alright. As much as I've enjoyed talking about the possibility of being an extrovert and talking about Minecraft and other things. Always a very good chat with you guys. I should probably...
Rest in peace, Bozo!
I should probably actually focus on the game I'm playing. Because I already had to... We already stopped the last Morrowind stream early because I just wasn't paying attention. I should probably pay attention. So I don't feel quite as lost all the time. Okay.
Ah, greetings. What shall we talk about?
Nothing. Send me to Balmora.
How does the day treat you, friend?
Even though it's a corridor. I mean, I was told I could just check a bookstore for it, so I figured I'd just awfully find your way out of, even though it's a corridor. What do you mean he cheated? I'm gonna have to find a bookstore. What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to walk out? Told me to find a copy of the book. Also, Ophelia, is that emote annoying you yet?
Khajiit do elf work. What do you do?
Because you didn't get your :3 again. Little cheetah boy. I'm sure there's a bookstore here somewhere. Keep forgetting it's gonna happen. Yep. Back too fast to realize my mistake. Yeah. It was happening to Atala with the hi emote. She'd be like, hi! And then she'd get the little cat waving and she'd be like, damn it. I think you type just often enough to forget every time as well. Like when something's happening in Morrowind, you'll type quite a bit.
You need something.
But other than that, you'll type a little bit every now and then, and it's just, I think I can see it. I can see the ADHD timing. Like it's just enough time for it every time. Infuriating. Oh, Brad hit me with an ADHD meme earlier, and it pissed me off. Really wound me up right before stream. I was very annoyed by it.
What was that?
It was fucking... Yeah, okay. I don't know why I was gonna... Now I can just screen. And then drop it in. Enlighten us. I'm on. It was this one. Pissed me off right before stream. Because that happens to me all the goddamn time. I am still going to post it in the set. Second. Oh, bo, 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 bo. God, yes. Yeah. Didn't even notice the usernames. Garrick's padded. Captain Kirk's cleavage. Oh, hell yeah. Really annoyed me. Because the amount of times I've sent a reply, sent a reply to my mother or my sis, not my sister, or Lala, or like anyone. And then I go check my phone. Like, I'll send a reply to Lala, and then I'll go check an hour later, and she hasn't answered. And I look, and it's like, oh, I never sent the message. Because I thought about sending the message, and this applies to other things. It's like, oh, I thought about doing the dishes, or I thought about doing this job. And then when, it's a little bit later, and I think about it, I go, did I do this? And I remember thinking about doing it. Because my memory is so shit, I can't tell imagination from memory. So it's like, oh, I thought about sending it, so I can see myself sending it in my head. So I must have sent it, but I didn't. Like my memory is full of lies, where my imagination, because my memory is so bad, my imagination, does just fucking, it's close enough that I take it as a memory. So I called it earlier. It's like a retroactive hallucination. It's like I didn't hallucinate. I just imagined something, but the imagination has become impossible to discern from reality. So it became a hallucination after the fact. It's weird. It's also equally as annoying the other way, where something's definitely real, then someone asks you a question and you go, can I trust my... I am so sure every time I leave the house that I've locked the door. Every single time. Until someone says, have you locked the door? And then it's like, oh, I was 100% sure I did. I can see myself locking it. I remember locking it. But you asking that is enough to make me, because I go into my memory and I go, can I trust that what I remember happened? And so I was 100% sure I locked the door until you asked me if I did, and now I can't trust my own brain. It works in both ways. Has to be some comfort in the ADHD solidarity with chat or with the meme. Makes it easier for people to gaslight you too. Yeah.
The cheese tax. You gotta pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking. When the cheese comes out, this puppy comes looking. The rules are the rules and the facts are the facts. And when the cheese drawer opens, you gotta pay the tax.
Hi, DM. With the meme? No. I find no solidarity in this. The meme is just an image. Those aren't real people to me. Hello, DM. Hello. How are you? My favorite, Swedish and Hungarian speaking, Dutchman. Yes.
May I help you?
My partner's Hungarian. I like that a lot. Hungarian? Is that not what you said when we were playing? When we were playing Vermintide? Would you not say you'd rather people spoke... You find it easier to speak Hungarian and Swedish than English, or something along the lines? I might have misheard you. I could have sworn you did. I was like very convinced that's what you said. But I'd maybe just heard wrong. We were killing rats at the time. I don't know. If I'm wrong, my bad. Okay. I just need to look for more books. We'll go to cool.
Why walk when you can ride?
You know how it is when you're killing rats. Listen, man, there's a lot of rats. It's distracting. Something that at all points it's all the same for me. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I've never been here before. But I don't know about Hungarian. Fair enough. Yeah, I definitely just misheard then. Oh, no, Jack. I know a little bit. I know a teeny tiny bit. But like, very teeny. You know me. No. No Jack. I don't know Jack either.
Can we hurry this up?
Jack starts to fade away. You understand, Feely? Yeah. Doing a Swedish practice.
Why walk when you can ride?
True. SFI. English, German, now busy with Spanish. Fair enough. English for immigrants. Ah.
Is there something you need?
Thank you.
What is it, Outlander?
The only language I speak at all is English. I know choice few words in quite a few other languages, but I don't really speak. I'm not. My sister's good at languages. I'm not. My sister has studied some languages, and at one point I think was looking into being a translator. She's quite good at learning language.
Well,
Not one of my strengths.
what is it?
Tiding.
I can tell you what every champion in League of Legends does. I can tell you what all their ults are called. I can tell you what all their Qs are called. If you speak to me in like Finnish, I'll be like, the fuck did you say to me? I don't know this. I don't know these magic words. She learned for them. If you talk about my sister, she learned most of them for fun. They go to school for any of them? Yeah, neither did she. Other than like Spanish, I think. Everything else she's done herself. She loves languages, she does. But my sister? Ah, I see. Oh, I see. I speak the language, but she learned. I see. God, I'm just not good at languages. Not one of my strengths. Like I said, I can memorize a bunch of stupid League of Legends shit, or I can tell you anything you want about an episode of Doctor Who between like 2005 and 2014. But languages? Really.
Stay out of trouble and you'll have none from
This town, I think, has a bookstore.
How may I help you, Dunmer?
Armor. Jack shit at League of Legends. Yeah, good for you. I wish I didn't. It's a stupid thing to know about. That's what I mean. Not once in all your time of playing League of Legends will you ever need to know what every Q ability is. But I do. I can name an awful lot of them. Jesus Christ. This book I'm looking for called The Nature of Truth. Progress.
All right.
You
I'm
want
listening.
something?
Okay. These guys don't have it either. I was wrong. There doesn't seem to be a bookstore here. Like that. Bet you don't know anything about that serial killer in League? No, not at all. Not a bit. Not a thing.
Please, go ahead, Outlander. I'm listening.
Ah, welcome. What is it, friend?
See, the way you say that makes it sound like I like him because he's a serial killer. When I don't, it's just an extra detail. Some sort of armadillo eats oranges or something. Oh. Interesting. Oh, armadillo eats oranges? No, I think if you talk about League characters, that's two different characters. Because there's Ramus, who is the armor, like a suit of armor, Dillo. And then there's Gangplank, who is a pirate that eats oranges.
Well met. What is it?
Don't you? No, that's not why I like him. It's like, you know, it's a part of the character, but it's not necessarily, you know, I didn't go, oh, he's a serial killer? Cool. But he is a serial killer, and I do like him.
Move along.
Says I'm fine a lot. He says okay. 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 That's what Ramus does. Kind of like his one little thing. It's all he really ever says. Okay. French Ramus is still one of the funniest videos I've ever watched.
Is there something I can do for you?
Why does he laugh like that?
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
Oh, why does he laugh like that, bro? Either one of those two, I guess. I mean, if it's the one you look like, it's probably Gangplank. He's just a pirate dude. He's beardy and hairy. He's got a metal arm. He didn't used to have a metal arm, but he died, and then he got better, and now he's got a metal arm. came back, but the arm didn't. Well, he lost the arm when he died. Didn't come back when he got better. That's not how arms work. Idiot. Stupid Brad. Bozo. So... Why don't tell us about it then, law boy? What do you mean? You've missed a word and it's made the sentence unreadable. Didn't he like delete Miss Fortune's parents and then after they made him some super gun or something? Well, from what I understand, her parents are good gunsmiths, and they made her guns. Hello. But yeah, I think Gangplank killed them. He's a pirate, and Miss Fortune's a pirate hunter. And there was a lore event where they wanted to rework how Gangplank worked. So you logged into League one day, and you get a little thing at the top that says, Gangplank is currently unselectable, which usually happens when there's a bug. And then it goes, because he is dead. And you go, huh? And the law was like, he got shot off his boat by Miss Fortune, lost his arm, and then they brought him back later, you know, because he survived and he had a metal arm, and wasn't dead. Bilgewater event? Yeah, one of them. Look at Mr. I don't know jack shit about League rattling off lore from fucking 10 years ago. Also, hello, Bunja, in case I didn't say. Why can't I get over the wall sometimes? What? I know what you said. Did I read it wrong? I don't know jack shit of League of Legends. It was 10 years ago? That was a long time ago. It was apparently 2015. Gangplank got reworked a long time ago. I don't think you realize just how much has happened in League of Legends just in our friendship track. I need bookstores. Need bookstore. I need bookstores to look for the book. Either that or I go back to the Temple Quarter and try and steal the one there. Fucking game's been around for so long. 15 years. And I played it for a lot of those. Stream is back. Stream wasn't really gone. Well, I guess it was. For a day or two. I know what you mean. Diving at the law because of the Bilgewater event, and then I found out Miss Fortune as law. Well, they've all got law. As far as law goes, I feel like poor Sarah's could be better. I feel like Sarah Fortune's law could be a lot better. I read that because Miss Fortune, the pirate hunter, was pretty hot. I mean, yeah. I don't really agree. I feel like if you look at enough League of Legends art, you'll realize that every woman is effectively breaking every bone in their body to strike the pose they're making. And also, I mean, well, they're all like skinny waist, big butt, big tits, hourglass figures. And they're all breaking their spines to stick their boobs out, and then like they have a thing where I could probably go into Photoshop, and for most women in that game, I could remove their face and give them a different woman's face, and most people probably wouldn't be able to tell. Because it's only really like colors that change. Like you could tell Jinx was Jinx because Jinx has pink eyes. You're saying that's a bad thing? It is. It is. Most of it's not good art. There's a very poor understanding of human anatomy, particularly women's anatomy, and it's also just quite objectifying that every woman in the game is just some itty-bitty skinny titty monster. Or some sort of animal. Or a child. Only the hair defines the character? Yep. So yeah, it's not like it's terrible DM, that's just the game. It's just how it works, it's how they make the art, but like, I don't know. I played League of Legends for a lot of years. They kind of do just all start looking the same. Especially in recent years, but it's what sells skins, right? Because people want to play their hot little titty wife. And then, therefore, the art sells. The skins sell. Like, I've bought skins in League of Legends. But not usually because of, like never because someone's hot. Usually because I go, yo, that's fucking sick. Or, yo, those effects look really cool on the spells. I'll play those. But I haven't bought a skin in years and years and years because you can get them just by playing for free now. It helps that I owned when I stopped playing every champion in the game. I had everyone, so I kind of just had money sitting around. Tried it once, I got yelled at by my team. Yeah, I would recommend if you ever try to play it again, but you shouldn't. It's a bad game. Just turn off chat. Turn off every form of chat available. Got a lot of skins in League? Yeah. Why can't I find any bookstores?
Well, hello there. A pleasure to meet you.
I hate this. Go play something I like. I mean, that's the problem. I do like League. Unfortunately. Thought the bear looked cool. Annie. Got yelled at a lot. Yeah, well. Like the music. Yeah, the music's good. Everything about League is fantastic other than the experience of playing it. The show is good. The card game's good. The music's good. The cinematics are good. Playing League sucks. And I say this as someone that likes the game. I enjoy a MOBA. Like, terrible people, terrible community. And the people that get toxic at, like, players for, you know, playing badly, having a rough game or whatever, those people suck. But, like, I also think, like, you know, I feel like there should be a social contract that you don't screech at people who are clearly either new or having a bad game. But I think on the other side, there should be a social contract that you, going into a competitive multiplayer game, at least try and fucking know what you're doing on a basic level. It's the amount of people that go in and just don't read what their abilities do and just go and hit the abilities as if that's going to work. Like, just smash every button on that keyboard. I don't know. I feel like there's two ends to hold up, right? People should be nice, but also people should try. If they're going to play with other people. That just seems like basic manners. Like, I would not want to hop into any form of competitive game with friends without knowing what I'm doing on at least a very basic level. Because, you know, I don't want to be a hindrance to the team. Day one level. Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
Which is why I said people should be nice. I didn't say you need to be really good. I said I think it's just polite to try and at least know what you're doing. All I'm talking about is like read your abilities. You know, like that's all I mean. If you're gonna go, all right, I'm gonna try and play this champion, I just feel like you should know what pressing W does, for example, or at least have a rough idea. I'm not expecting anyone to be a god day one. Because some people just don't care and they don't try, and that sucks. You can only get that book in Vivek. All right, okay, that's fair. Because I'm running around and I'm looking for other bookstores and none of them have it. I did it with the Fiend, and then he started yelling at me together with the others.
Please, by all means, I'm listening.
Oh, right. Fucking of course. I was told. I was literally told the guy sells rare books right before I went to the fucking person in the Temple District. Right. Yes. You need to say that's not a friend anymore. Okay, good. The next thing I was going to say was that person should not be your friend. I feel like League was like the first like proper competitive game I ever played that wasn't like Call of Duty or Halo, which barely felt like I was playing with people because it was me and Brad after school getting into an Xbox call and shooting people for a couple hours. And be like, oh, yeah, fun, and shitposting, right? League was the first like game I played where people could talk back, and like me dying in Call of Duty doesn't really hurt the team at all, right? But me dying in League of Legends actually really fucking sets the team back. So it's the first game I really experienced like that, and I feel like the person I got into it with was the worst person I could have got into with, because I feel like he taught me wrong. And as such, I feel like I was, after Brad got into it, quite toxic to Brad on several occasions, because he would make a mistake or play badly. Because I was just taught wrong. Right? Like, because the person that I got in with was like that to me and Brad.
What is it, citizen?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Oh yeah, there's it's easier to be toxic behind a screen because it's anonymous. No one can see you, no one can hear you. It's a toxic game already. Toxic Company will sour it even further. When we eventually stopped playing with that guy, Brad, I feel like I mean, on a certain level, I feel like League was already kind of soured for you, but I feel like playing League in general was a much more pleasant experience without that dude. Because yeah, I think he made me a bit more toxic than I should have been, but then also there were nights when we would just go and play with him and would be fucking miserable. Oh, you're not, because he'd be going off on one. Not geared for competitive mode. I hate my ability having a tangible impact on others' fun for chances of winning. Which is why I say you should try and have a basic understanding of what you're doing. Right? Because If you and me were to queue up League right now, Jack, I would not expect you to do good. I wouldn't even expect you to do okay. I'm expecting you to do terrible, frankly. Because there's so much muscle memory to even just moving around and hitting things in League of Legends. But like, as long as you read your abilities and think about what you do and try, that's literally all I want. That's all I want, is for someone to try and to think. If I'm playing a game like that. Because, like, you know, that's all I expect. That's what I try and do if I'm playing a competitive game with people. I try to think about what I'm doing. And I try to at least know what will happen if I press this button, you know? Trying and thinking are not things I imagine getting talked about when referring to League, and that's part of why the experience is so terrible. Part one is because people don't know what they're doing, and they aren't trying very hard, because, oh, it's just a game, bro. But it's a competitive game with people. There's a certain expectation. People want to win. It's competitive. It is just a game, but you chose to play a competitive game. So, like, some people will try, and then the other people who are trying are usually really trying way too hard because, you know, they're terrible and they're stuck in bronze and they don't understand that it's entirely their fault. It's a whole mess of, like, just competitive mindset.
What is it, citizen?
Yeah, sure, Jay. I can see that. Also, hi. Yeah, this is not me trying to, like, defend toxic people in League, by the way. I'm just saying, like, I've been on both sides. Some people really put zero effort in and then get confused that people are mad at them in the competitive game that they aren't trying to win. Yeah, League's not too bad. People also put a huge impetus on personal skill. Like, oh, you did the combo really good, that means you're a good player, when that couldn't matter less. It is the most irrelevant thing to being good at League of Legends. Being good at League of Legends is knowing where you need to be when. Depending on the state of the game. Like, knowing when's a good time to get Dragon. When's a good time to push for this tower? When's a good time to go back to base? Like, that will win you a game. Being able to do a combo good will realistically win you, like, one fight. Because the circumstances to pull off a lot of those combos are just highly specific. And often highly unnecessary. Why get Dragon when I can solo kill my laner for the 10th time and get 100 gold? Pog. Fully understand getting angry at me playing bad if I jump in a rank, because, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be fucking up other people's chances. Or yell at me, I'm new to this. Well, that's here's the thing, Jack. There's truly very little way to tell the difference between someone who's new and someone who's playing badly on purpose. Because unfortunately, there's a huge amount of people playing badly on purpose. And, like, people want to try something weird and get fucked up for it. Fine. But people that are just playing badly, but, like, just dying on purpose for no reason, it's just annoying. It just, especially because games are long, it feels like you've wasted your time. And there's very little way to tell if someone's dying deliberately or if they're just that new and don't understand a very simple thing about, like, safety in that game. Basically, competitive games are a mess. Especially a game where potentially up to 80% of your team are completely separate individuals who have never and will never interact again. And are all tilted from, you know, hours of that exact situation where people are being shitters on purpose. Because people in League of Legends are massive babies. MOBAs in general have this problem. I feel it's just League is the biggest, for sure, for sure. And a lot of it's not universal. It's not like unique to League, but like, that's why I say, like, if you're gonna play League, you can go into your settings, you can turn off enemy chat and friendly chat. Let me tell you, I've never enjoyed League more than when chat was just fully disabled. No one yells at me if I fuck up. I can't see people calling me slurs because I missed a cannon minion or whatever. Like, I don't need team chat, whatever. Yeah, you could leave on. There's a strong chance people might still get mad at you, but you could leave it on if you want to be able to communicate a bit better with your team. All chat? Enemy chat? Fuck you. There's... Oh, I thought she wanted the boot. That's my bad feeling. Team chat off? I mean, yeah, I agree.
By all means, I'm listening.
But there's at least an argument for that. How, on the other hand, there is truly nothing anyone on the enemy team can ever tell you that you need to know.
How does the day greet you, friend?
Ever.
Greetings to you.
What are you ever going to learn from the enemy team? Pointless to have it on. They should remove it from the game, frankly. People just use it to flame and be toxic. Yeah, but that's my point. I don't join ranked games because I don't want to get yelled at. Sometimes I can't even join a casual game because I still get yelled at, even though the wins don't really matter there. They're not going to progress you. See, the wins do matter because just remove the game. That's better than what I said. Zero chat with my team helped massively with putting up with League more. Yeah, it just makes the game better. But like, yes, Jack, because people are using normals to practice. So if they feel like you're sabotaging the game on purpose, which again, hard to tell between new player and someone actually just trying to be a cock. It feels really shit to 1, lose, 2, not get to practice because you're so far behind, and 3, have wasted 45 minutes. And for some people, League's all they play. So you're sometimes catching these people at the end of 10 wasted games in a row. Because, like, you can learn something from a losing game. You can't learn something from a game where your team is trying to lose on purpose. Because it's not a realistic situation. It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be like, no, you should expect to get yelled at. But, like, it's because there's no way to tell. That really quick game mode we played in League years ago, was it the Earth?
You seem like
the very low cooldowns, infinite mana? Or was it the double ult mode? Because Lala liked both of those. Well, that's why I'm saying, Jack, like, you're correct. You shouldn't be getting yelled at in normals. Which is why I'm saying turn off chat. Like, I'm not saying the situation is okay because, well, people want to practice. I'm saying people want to practice and they've been playing for hours and they're going to get annoyed. Turn off chat. Like, this is the reality, so just turn off chat. Also, yes, Feely, I've played some Smite as well, and people are pretty much the same. Not as bad, I don't think, because Smite games are shorter. Smite game is like 20, 25 minutes. I have your report, and I'll make copies of your notes from Hulia and the Progress of Truth. Give me time to read and digest all of this. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to Journeyman. You're doing good work, and here are 200 drakes. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. Go get some jobs for the guilds or some other freelance work. I'll have orders for you. All right. Because, like, Jack, to put it in art terms, if you were trying to practice on an easel, and I tripped and splashed paint on your easel and fucked up the painting, you'd probably be like, oh, that sucks, but it was an accident, right? And we'd go on with the day, I'd apologize. But if every time if you tried to paint on an easel 10 times in a day, and every time you got like 15 minutes in, I walked up and threw paint on it, you'd probably start getting really mad at me. And it's the same thing there with League. It's hard to tell if it's an accident or if it's deliberate. And so it always feels like someone's throwing paint on your easel. Because it happens often enough to be a problem. So it always feels deliberate, even when it's a genuine mistake. Or like a genuinely new player. Good way to put it. Yeah, like it's really hard to tell. But like it's just like, well, I've wasted my time, I've wasted my energy. Like I have to start again from scratch, and I can't even call this good practice because the whole thing got ruined. Right? It's an unrealistic situation. Top laner thing of being really useless for the first 10 minutes of the game, seeing you lose the coin flip on bot lane and now you're useless for the next 40. But that's more a problem with like the game design as a whole rather than the people. But yes. Yeah, it's rough. It got to the point where like if I was playing League with Lala and Bobby Joe, it was just a thing of like, all right, guys, I'm going to say what we need to do and when. And people went, all right. And I go, we all need to go here. And they go, okay. And we go there and things worked out well. Because I'd just played the most and had the best sense of like,
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
we need to be here now. This is the opportunity. Like I had the better macro play. And it worked. It worked. Because instead of going, why weren't you there? I needed you there. I would just go, hey, we need to be there. And they'd go, all right, I'm on my way. Like, I just, you know, just calmly, well, not calmly, because AD carries very intensive roles. Like, I know Lala's thought I was yelling at her sometimes, so I'm like, yo, I need you to do this right now. But that's not because I'm mad. It's because I'm, like, dodging 3 abilities and trying to get a minion and fight. And so I'm just thinking quick. So I'm like, I need to do this right now. Please, please, please. Because I'm thinking quickly, and it makes me sound aggressive. But, like, I'm not. I'm doing 8 things at once. Like, it doesn't always work, but I don't know. Just trying to communicate well. Because, yeah, sometimes even your friends are just the worst people to play with. Which is why we stopped playing with that guy. Because it was... You know what? I won more with that guy. He was by far the best of the 3 of us. I had less fun with him in an entire week of playing than I could have with Brad in 1 game. It's not even comparable. When I'm commanding, because I'm trying to help, but I forget it needs to be worded as a suggestion. See, like, it's not the commanding, it's like it's trying to command that you need someone to press a specific button right now, because you're dodging like 1,000 bullets a second, and like I was playing the flimsiest role in the game, basically, like the most at risk, but the potential highest like damage. Or like I was playing a really important role, but a really, really flimsy role. So it's like, if I get hit by this one specific thing, I'm going to die and we'll be down 300 gold and we'll lose all this pressure. So I need you to press this button right now, please, or I'm going to die. And trying to express all that in a half second comes out as, press this now. Which sounds harsh, but it's like, please, I'm doing so many things. It is so hard to not die. I don't think we did. No, I'm saying when I played with him, I won more. But when I played with you, I had way more fun. Because I duoed with him for a while. Cass will give you the next orders. I can do that, sure. Because I duoed with him for a while and we climbed really hard. I supported him and he played carry. I played Soraka mainly. Good little climb. Yeah. League's a bad game and no one should play it, but also it's a really, really fun game and I'm so sad it has the community it does. Because no matter what your style of gameplay in anything is, I promise you there's a League of Legends character that does the things you like. And it's a shame that the community is so ass. Heard of a fellow in Aldru named Hasua Zenzubi, an Ashlander who left the West to become a wealthy trader. Blow themselves up? Yes. Yes. There's two. What would you rather? Would you like a little badger man obsessed with explosives? Or would you like a strange little void alien bug thing that when he dies blows himself up? Which would you like? We have both. Personally, my choice of the two would be the weird little alien bug thing, because Cogmore is baby. It's a little void creature, and if you press his joke command, he goes with his little horrible like trumpet mouth. Blowing themselves up, not others. Oh no, Ziggs blows himself up as well. You can like put bombs underneath you and detonate them to like launch yourself. He just also throws lots of bombs. But you can attack, like, affect yourself with the explosives. It's unfortunate, Bungie. That passive where he blows himself up on death is one of the most useless abilities in the entire game. Because it only triggers if you fucked up, which means you never want it to trigger. You never want to have to use it because you don't want to die. And it doesn't do enough damage to be worth it. Not wired for that kind of game because it feels like it'd be real boring for me. I barely feel like I was playing because I'd have to follow instructions. It wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't like do this, do that, Jack. It was things like, okay, bot lane is dead. Their jungler is at the top end of the map. This is a free dragon. Please come now. So it's not like do this, do that, do this. It's like, oh, I am the person that can spot when the opportunities have presented themselves. I just need to make everyone else aware this is the opportunity. So it's not like I'm commanding everything. It's just like, oh, we need to go to dragon right now. We can get it right now. So I know what you mean, but like, not exactly the same. Make sure you level up your abilities in the right order. I mean, yeah, but like, that's just the game. That's the same for anything. That's no different to if Jack found a Fallout build that he was like, oh, well, you've got to max this first because it lets you do this the most. You know, like... Probably be yelled at for doing anything different? No, because that's not how builds work. There's a typically average best congregate of items. Like, these 6 items are the items people tend to buy the most often. That does not mean you always want all of them. And that is the build. It's just, these are the items that are best on this character. But you would want to pick items adapting to the enemy team. So, no, there's not a right build. There's a right set of items. Like, if you're playing a tank, you want the tank items. If you're playing an attack damage character, you want the attack items. If you're playing a magic character, you want magic items. But, like, the actual items you build? Nah. It's pretty much as simple as, like, try and buy things that synergize with what you do. But, no, there's no set, rigid build. The set rigid builds people buy, they buy because they don't know enough about how the items work or about how to counter enemy teams. Or because they don't want to think about it, because most people don't get that far because they go, this is the build, cool, and then never think about the items they're buying. Ever. And that's what I mean by like putting effort in. Read the item. See what it does. It's great. Like, I could tell you, always buy Infinity Edge on Jhin. But if you don't know what Infinity Edge does... that doesn't mean anything. But what it does is it makes your crits better. And Jhin crits a lot. So it's like, okay, I'm just getting more damage on top of my crits. But yeah, like, as long as you know roughly what items you need to get, which the game will tell you what the recommended items are. There's no, like, 100% rigid build, so that one's not an issue. But the fool told me to read? Yes, that's the thing. It's finding the time to read in progress. But you can read the items out of game. Yeah, so it wouldn't be like constant instructions, Jack. It would be like, here is the opportunity. Like, it's not set in stone every time. It's like, oh, they fucked up and here's how we take advantage of it. You give, and then, yeah, the items are like not set in stone. They change depending on what you're doing, which is a thing you just learn with time, and I wouldn't expect you to know right away, right? I'm not expecting you to know you need heavy magic resist if you've never seen the enemy champions and you don't know which ones do magic damage, right? But that's the thing. I could be like, oh, hey, this item's really good against that guy. And you go, why? And go, well, it does this, and his main ability works this way. So, as for what abilities to level in order, I mean, you'll get them all maxed eventually. It's just there's one that typically makes for a smoother leveling thing. So that's not really a thing of like I said, you could take that to like Fallout or something, or like when I play Persona 5, the S-Link I do first is the moon, because the moon gives bonus experience to all other S-Links. So it just makes the sense to do first, right? It just helps the rest of the game go that much smoother. It's the same in League. You level up the ability that makes the rest of the game, like leveling the other abilities, smoother and a bit easier to do. It's just what works out best. But even then, it's not always the same. Like, if you're playing Cassidon, the ability you're going to level first depends entirely on who you're fighting against, unless they've changed it again. Like, nothing's, like, fully set in stone that way, so it's not quite like that, Jack. That's how it gets talked about, because most players are bad enough to think that's how it works. That's the problem. Most players are bad enough to think there's one right build, because they're not smart enough to think about the items they're buying, or they haven't read them. Or they haven't tried, which is why I said all I expect from a player is to try. Because if you just read what your items do, you might go, oh, but why would I buy this against their team? Like, there's an item called Serpent's Fang, right? Which Serpent's Fang makes shields weaker. Very niche pick, because not everyone's got shields. But if you were told, oh, this is the build, it includes Serpent's Fang. By I expect new players to try, what I mean is I would expect a player to at least roughly know what the item does. So they can go, oh, well, I've played against these guys. None of these people build shields. None of these people do shields at all, from what I understand. So this item doesn't do anything. So I shouldn't buy it. That's what I mean by trying. And it's just a thing that comes with experience. More people just want to be insta. Yeah, part of the problem is people want to be insta good. And like, yes, I agree with the meta, but also it's a competitive team-based game. Like, yeah, on a certain level, I'm expecting you to buy the good items. Too many characters, I'm never going to remember that shit. Oh, you do. It's easy. They've got a few things to them each. You don't need to know every specific, but you'll know, like, oh, this guy has a shield. Because you'll see it enough times. Like, in one game, you're probably going to see him use that shield, like, 40 times. You will, though, the same way you learn anything. Like, repeated exposure is literally how memory is formed. Yes, you will. If you're a damage character, just knows that what does the big damage, buy items that buff that type of damage. No, it is not. You're insane. You couldn't be more wrong. The easiest is to go for a character that dies if they get touched, meaning you can't position wrong once or you're dead. That's not how you learn the game.
Why walk when you can ride?
Because you won't get to play. You'll be dead for the entire time. Skill issue. All right. Load up League of Legends right now, Bungie. Let's see what you got. I will give you the highest damage character I can find, and we'll see how you manage. Big man, put the money where your mouth is. Yeah, it is just repeated exposure, Jack. Like, you might not know that Annie can stun you every 5 abilities she casts, right? But you will go, oh, she stunned me. Okay. And then you'll be like, all right, so she can stun me, need to be careful of that. And then you'll notice, eventually, it'll take a while, that she'll have a little swirl around her before she stuns you, and then you'll go, oh, okay. If she's got the swirl, I need to stay away from her. And then eventually you'll learn, okay, it's every 5 abilities. Like, it's everything. Memory is just repeated exposure to a thing, and in one game you're going to see your character's mechanics a couple dozen times. Tends to impede retention. It can be that way at first, yeah. But it's the same for anything. Everything's familiarity. Same as when we were kids, we didn't know what every Pokemon was weak to. But through trial and error, you work it all out, right? You know what every type's weak to, you know what every Pokemon's weak to, you know what you can use. You flounder badly in competitive multiplayer stuff. I mean, yeah, again, not a thing I'm expecting you to learn when you're brand new. I'm saying this is an overtime thing. As you continue playing the game, it starts to sink. Especially if you stick to one character to try and learn with, which is the best way to learn. You pick a character you really like, you play them for a while until you have a good feel for it, and then you can kind of use them as a reference point. Because if you just go new character, new character, new character, new character, new character, new character, yes, you're trying lots of characters, and that's very fun. But like, I feel like knowing one character well is really good, important for building a reference point to, so I would need to use this like this. Even if the countless games are the same thing, I panic bad. I basically cannot pay attention to everything that's happening. Again, that's not how it works. That's not how memory and familiarity works. Trade. Like, you only need to be paying attention to everything. You cannot, speaking from experience, okay, what competitive game have you played for enough time to have played for countless games? What are we talking about here? Too much going on at the game, time to focus on one thing. Yeah, that's when you're new. Yes. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how familiarity works. That's not how learning works. Like, if you were to take driving, there's lots of things to pay attention to at once at driving, which is why you don't have to learn to do them all at the exact same time. Like, if you're learning what your character does, and you're learning what their character does, and you're learning what the items do, and you're learning how to move, and you're learning how to fight, and you're learning how to farm, yeah, you're going to be overwhelmed. But then you're going to know what your character does, and you don't have to think about it. And then you're going to know what their character does, and you don't have to think about it. And you're going to know how to move, and you don't have to think about it. Like, all you really have to pay attention to, once you went through the exposure, is what are they doing right now? What are they doing? That's the only thing you end up paying attention to, because the rest of it becomes background. That's what I'm saying. That's how learning works. Like, it's the same for everything. Like, if you learn to play an instrument, you're not constantly thinking about every single finger at all times, because you don't need to. You learn to do it without thinking about it. Not invested enough in these games to sit there and build that knowledge, that's fine. But this is how it works. Like, it takes the effort of, like, wanting to try and learn. Which, if you don't have, that's fine. Have a good day at Jack. A good day at Jack. Have a good day at Jack work. See you work. Yeah, Bungie, as for like too many things happening at once, it's the same in any game. I guarantee there's games you play where at first you had to think about everything and now there's bits you don't think about at all. You can apply it to Slay the Spy, you can apply it to Super Auto Pets, you can apply it to Balatro. There's things you just stop thinking about because you know what it is. You know what it does, you know how it works. You don't need to invest the time sink to it. It's called mental stack. Mental stack is how many things you can have going on in your brain at once, and eventually, as you improve, your mental stack gets smaller. Because you don't have to actively think about those things at any time. Or turn-based. I mean, yeah, true, but I also don't know a lot of the other games you play. But they're not exactly simple games, which is why I picked them. I picked them because they're complicated. But I don't know what other games you play.
What was that?
My point is, like, all it takes to learn is wanting to learn and wanting to try. Like, it's just a matter of effort. You gotta be willing to fuck up, and most people aren't, and therefore they never improve. All the time in the world to read everything and think about your move? Yes. And at a certain point, you won't need to think about those moves. You're going to tell me that as you got better at something like Slay the Spire, you didn't start taking turns faster? Where is the tavern? Like, I'm not trying to say League's easy and everyone should get in. I'm saying the opposite. It's a terrible game and you shouldn't play it. Called The Rat in the Pot. Thank you for your late. But, like, terrible game. No one should play it. But, like, I think this applies to anything. You just have to be willing to fuck up and willing to learn. Because, like, again, mental stack. Mental stack is how many things you can have going on in your brain at once. And at the start, it will be everything. You have to think about everything all the time because the game's hard and you'll mess up. And this is for a bunch of other stuff. But, like, as you improve, you can take things out of your mental stack and only put them in there as and when you need them. Fighting games are a great example. If you're bad at anti-airing and bad at fighting games, you probably get jumped in on and don't anti-air them at all. But once you improve, you don't need anti-air in your mental stack all the time. It's literally just, oh, they're jumping a lot. Time to start thinking about anti-airing a lot. It's things you swap in and out. And it's the same for that. Like, I'm not thinking about Dragon if we're just laning. If we're just hanging out, farming in bot lane. But if people die, I'm experienced enough to know, okay, they died. This is maybe a Dragon opportunity. Let's put Dragon in my mental stack, have a look at the game. Are we able to do this? Yes, we are. And I didn't need to think about that because I know it wasn't relevant. That's the thing. It's learning about what's relevant, which most of the time is just, what are they doing? Where do I need to stand? When can I hit them? Like, it's a lot simpler. It just doesn't feel that way at the start. Most things become muscle memory or automatic. The same applies to everything. Obviously, turn-based games, not as great an example. But, like, you'll still start doing your turns faster. You'll make more confident choices. Yeah. Learning things is hard, and lots of games and things are complicated.
What is this about?
But most of the time, all you actually need to learn and improve is to be willing to learn and improve. Right? Conversation would be very different if it wasn't about MOBAs. Why? MOBAs are just one I'm knowledgeable about. That, like, what I'm saying doesn't change depending on the type of game. You're still going to learn it the more you play it. Yeah, like, learning is learning. I've been talking mainly just about learning, with League being the example because it's what people brought up. But, like, Yeah, I'm just talking about repeated exposure to a thing making learning easier. But I don't know. I just gave an example about fighting games, and the same applies there. It's mental stack. It's learning, what does my character do? What does their character do? Do they have a good ranged option? No? Okay, so I can space them out from over here. They do? Ah, shit, maybe I should go in on them.
Is there something?
It's the exact same thing I was just talking about.
Is there something
You picture that in my situation, my brain goes, nope. Yeah, because you haven't... That's what I'm saying, because you haven't done it. It seems like that now, because you haven't done it. You haven't put the time in. You haven't tried to learn. It is a nope. If you would have chucked me down in front of a brand new MOBA right now, I'd probably go, fucking hell, this is a lot. Because I'm not interested in it. I don't care if you're interested in it. I don't care if you play League. But this is how it works. That's how learning works. You have to do a thing over and over again. I know you don't want to play it. I don't give a shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I feel like people are getting really stuck on League as a specific. But it's just what people were talking about. It applies to everything. You'll always build muscle memory no matter what you're playing. You'll always learn things about the systems or the enemies or the characters as you play it. It will always be a thing where exposure over time builds muscle memory and a knowledge base that you don't need to constantly think about anymore because you can call on it when you need it. I know League doesn't apply to you. I know MOBAs don't apply to you because you're not interested. What I'm saying is the way to improve is to be interested. You have to want to learn. But like Owl says, that you could say the same about chess. If you want, the only way to get good at chess is to want to get better at chess. You have to want to learn it and be willing to lose. Like it applies to everything.
How interesting. A tourist.
You need to be willing to learn League. Well, because that's the example we were talking about. But like, well, yes, if the League is the game you want to play, you have to be willing to learn it to improve. But like, I'm not specifically talking about League. It's just the conversation started on League, then we got onto League being hard, and now we're here. But like, I don't care if people want to play League. I don't care if people want to learn League. I don't recommend it. It's a bad game. You've got 15 years of weird meta holdovers to learn. Which sounds worse than it is, but you know, it's a hard game to learn. It's also got a terrible community. I'm not suggesting people go and play League. It's just probably the competitive game I've played the most, and therefore is the easiest example for me to talk about. Zain Subhani. In this tavern. Swear I'd look. Yeah, but I get that, boss, but what I'm saying, the main point is, like, you have to be willing to learn something. Because that's the only way to improve, is to want to improve. If you don't want to improve at that thing, it probably doesn't apply to you. Right? I'm probably not talking about you.
May I help you?
Like, it would be the same if I was talking about Street Fighter. You want to learn Street Fighter if you think Street Fighter looks really cool? Go area under the bar. I did go under. You mean down the stairs, inside? Or is there another way down? Step one is wanting to do it? Yes. Also get what you're saying, but you know, brain does what it wants. Yes, true. But like, it would be the same for if anyone wants to improve at anything. I did see him. I did see a jeweler. Where's he gone?
First the
Door.
vision, then
Why can I never find anything in this game? Why is this game like my kryptonite? I like it so much, but I can never fucking find anything.
Is there something you
What
need?
do you want?
I know for a fact I've seen the jeweler.
Go ahead, Outlander.
All right,
What do you
I'm
need?
listening.
Dinner time? Enjoy your dinner, boss.
This warm blood has questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Ingoth the jeweler.
Is there something you need?
But then... Then Subani, he's not here. Son of a bitch. I was gonna say,
Your
stop
turn
in
to
here.
talk. Hours to listen.
Alright. No worries. Oops. You know what the area will look like? True. True. Old Scar in.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
It just stood there, holding its tail and whispering. What did it say?
Have a look for this dude.
May I help you?
Oh, God.
Do I know you?
I hate may I help you.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need? Your turn to talk.
Yes,
Ours to listen.
Tell
What
your
do you
friends
want?
about this place.
Why are you here?
Sneefa.
Hello. I don't know.
There is
if I
someone
know you,
watching
but,
me.
Did you
Oh, Zinzwani. I have business. You wish to learn of Ashland. What are their gift-giving customs? Gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers and affection among friends. Strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious, considerate, and aware of the other's wants and needs, such as a particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle with great. Best of gift is how it is tailored to the. Brad said some messages. Something I struggled with in League. Our company wasn't the best and I simply didn't want to learn it. Yeah, see? And then you don't improve and then the company stays shitty. Bad cycle. A gift that shows you've taken the care to learn something as a receiver. I love poetry. No stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to me by a stranger shows the giver respects me and has made a special effort to know and please me. But now I will have answered your question and would like some time to myself. I can get him a book of poetry. I know there's a book of poems in Aldrune.
Do I know you?
There you go. There's, you know what? We've got someone in chat who's a perfect example for this. Thank you. For a completely non-competitive, well, potentially non-competitive example. Some of these you can play solo. One, Feely Mansa in chat recently had a conversation with me in her stream where she said she didn't do card games. And I was like, we can't be friends.
Speak freely.
Which is obviously a bit, but then she elaborated that she has never really played a card game and struggles to get her head around them, which is fair. They're complicated. Like, the number one determinant factor in Feely learning a card game is 100% going to be how much she actually wants to learn a card game. Like, it's purely going to come from desire, and then, like, you know, it'll be really complicated because, oh, what can I do on my turn? What can they do on their turn? What do my cards do? But once you've played it a few times and you start knowing what your cards do, that's a thing you don't have to think about anymore. It's like, oh, this card does this. It's intrinsic. It's built in. So like, it's purely just got to be Feely would want to have to learn. She'd have to be willing and interested enough, like try and learn what the cards do, learn what she's capable of on her turns, things like that. You've got to want it, but like, that's all it would take for her to start making progress. And like, if someone doesn't want that, it's fine. It's like so not an issue. But then like, but they're not going to get into the thing. So if they want to get into the thing, you have to kind of be willing to learn. Kind of there at the minute with card games. Yeah, right? Like, it's just one of those things. You've got to care enough to try. There is a card game out there for Feely. I mean, this is the thing, right? There will be one. And the thing is, like, sometimes you need to know the reward before having to learn. I mean, learning can be its own reward. The reward in this case, in my opinion, is playing the card game. Like, if a card game is something you want to try, the reward for learning is that you get to play it. Right? If that were to perk your interest, Feely, step one could be complete. Then that's the thing. Finding the right first card, like the right first card game for someone in this situation would be great. Like finding the right card game for Feely is potentially a huge doorway to other card games. Are any of these poems? But like, you gotta be willing to learn, or at least interested in learning. And if you learn a bit and you go, you know what, this isn't for me, that's fine. You tried. Good for you. Like, that's awesome. Any of these poems? 5 Songs of King Wolfheart. That sounds like it could be poems. "20% on the fence of learning, 50% on the fence of learning how to play Age of Empires 2. Hmm. Well, it's the same for anything, right? I was able to help you set up your OBS because I wanted to be better at doing things in OBS. So I took the interest and I tried to learn. And it worked out, right? And it's usually that simple.
What is this about?
Oh. Oh. Hello, Pebs. That yelled at me. Thank you for the 20 bits to do that, though. That's cool. That's very cool. Hey, man. Hey. How you doing? How was work? I have a good book. I have a book poems. Bye flag behind the message. I guess that wasn't the right book. Pretty chill, thanks. How's stream? It's okay. We've been talking about the nature of learning, and more specifically, League of Legends. Wall of music I can enjoy. Pretty hyped. That sounds cool. Seller books. Seller. Turks or maybe Goths. Jaguar warriors for life.
What is it out
Do it, man. Become one with the Jaguar. Sure, I have a book of poems too. Sure.
Speak freely, friend.
Poem. Want to cover the map in cannon towers? I mean, that would do it, yeah. Oh. Also, Ophelia is a wrong scene. As a kind of joking but like semi-serious thing. If you do have an interest in learning a card game, I will help you. I will become your Morrowind guide, but for card games. I will do for you what you have done for me. Because I'm not a fantastic player, but I've played a good few of them. I've played quite a few. That could help. So I'm kind of joking, but also like I'd be down if you if you actually wanted to try at some point. I will assist where possible. I like a good card game. It feels like something like if I was a bit better at, I could maybe do like a stream or a video on. And be like, hey, try and get in card games. But I feel like I'm probably not good enough for that, but I could help a friend get started. Maybe if I want pretty cards, I'm in Crow at Heart. Oh, I know someone pretty cards. It depends on your definition of pretty, I guess. I know lots of card games with all sorts of weird art. Good fun. I think it helps for it to be something you're into, right? So like the Pokemon card game, obviously great if you love Pokemon. If you like League of Legends characters but don't want to play it, Runeterra's right there. If you like Marvel, Marvel Snap is very simple. All good fun. And most of them have pretty art. Why can't I think what Slay the Spires? Yeah, see, it's nice art. I don't know if I'd call it pretty. But it is nice art. Can't actually remember why I got into Hearthstone. Total Biscuit, probably. To be honest. Gets a lot of shit, pretty undeserved. No, it doesn't. It's pretty deserved. Back? Hi, how was dinner? Probably one of the voice lines, Brad. Yeah. There's all sorts of card games. Step one would absolutely be finding the one that is the most visually appealing to you, feeling. Because, like, after that, it's just learning how to play it. Did you mean to change scene? Yeah. I closed the game. There's Murlocs in Hearthstone. It's the WoW game, so probably, yeah. You love card mini games? I just love card games. But there are games. My friend Adam, there's quite a few games that he'll go and play, and he'll be like, "Yo, dude, when you get like a third of the way in, There's a card game. There's a card game in there, dude. And I'm like, ooh. Like, I probably spent about as much time playing the card game in Splatoon 3 as I did playing multiplayer in Splatoon 3. Gwent and Triple Triad? Yeah, Triple Triad's the one for Pebs as a Final Fantasy fan and an FF14 player. Gwent, Gwent didn't do much for me, but I didn't play the full release. I only played Gwent in The Witcher 3. And not a big fan of Gwent. Played a good bit of standalone Gwent. See, I never did. And I think it was better. So I think I need to try it. Try it again. Yeah, I love a good card game. I have quite a few. I'm so excited for Slay the Spire 2. Oh. Oh. That would be another thing to figure out, I guess, Feely. If you're hankering for more of like a competitive card game, or if you'd be more than happy with like, there's plenty of roguelike and roguelite deck builder games. If you're down with just that, then world's your oyster. There's so many. A lot of them are really good. Fantastically good. Random reminds me of some super old Dragon Ball game on the Game Boy that had cards as attacks. Is it Legend of Goku? Legacy of Goku? Legacy of Goku for the GBA. That's not a Dragon Ball RPG on the GBA that I've heard is very good. I don't know if it uses. Sometimes I'm like, okay, that game looks cool, and then I see it's a deck builder, and my brain just goes, ooh, oh. Is there a reason? Because, like, if we compare it to something like Hades, which is a roguelike I know you enjoy, cards are just your boons, you know? Stuff like that. Older than that game? Fair enough. But do you know why, Gozu? Guess I didn't think of it that way. I guess it's just an ick in my head. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Like I said, it's not for everyone. The best deck builders, in my opinion, are the ones that are like themed. So like in Slay the Spire, which is probably the biggest one, the 4 decks are themed after the 4 characters, which are the Ironclad, the Silent, the Watcher, and the Defect. And it is basically, in D&D terms, the Fighter, the Rogue, the Wizard, and the Monk. Those are the 4 decks. About roguelike deck builder, is that the deck building game? The one and only deck building roguelike. Yes, it is. That's a game. A guy has come out to be very, very funny and clever. Where it's a game where you build decks, as in wooden decks. And it's called Roguelike Deck Builder. Deck builder game with a light that keeps flickering. I don't know that much. But like Inscription, Feely. I know you like Inscription. That's a deck builder. That is a roguelike deck builder. Same as Slay the Spire. You use your cards, you fight people. There's also the sort of like stipulation of like, do you want your cards to be creatures? Like, I play this card and now this guy is here. Because in Slay the Spire, it's a card game where your cards are attacks, basically. for your little guy, like if you're the Ironclad. Bought and played the game on my recommendation, was very upset. Oh no. You sabotaged him. How much is it? I was just looking. Didn't even see. Oh, it's not for sale. Good. What the fuck is this game? You build decks. The roguelite deck builder. Yeah, there you go. Fuck you. Don't fuck me. Fuck Gil Lawson. It's his name on the Steam page. Yeah, I don't know, Feely. We'll try and find one for you. Because like I said, like, it all comes down to wanting to learn for anything, right? And if it turns out there's none of these games you want to learn, that's fine. You don't have to play them. Like, if you don't actually have much interest in getting into a card game, you don't have to. All I was saying is if you decide you do, I would happily, I would be down to try and help. Because again, I'm not fantastic, but I have played quite a few of these games. Like I said, I'd be down to try and like, if I was better, I'd be down to do like a video or a stream of like, hey, get in the card game. I am not. And I'm definitely not good enough at talking or explaining. So probably not gonna happen, but I can probably help a friend. We're adding to the list, that's fine. We've got time. We've got clip of the friends discovering the roguelike trick. I don't think I know what trick you're talking about, but go for it. Hit you with it. I even need to do that. There you go. The roguelike dig builder, yeah. I've never actually seen anyone playing the game. I feel like I may.
Well, Lonnie, this is a deck, and I'm building it.
Hang on, I should probably. Oop. False. Probably do. People can see. Oh, no audio, by the way. Cringe, there should be. My bad. I can play it again. It's.
Well, Lonnie, this is a deck, and I'm building it. Don't worry.
That's the roguelite. The light doesn't work. I didn't know that bit. That's so stupid.
Pebbles gave me this? Yes.
I'm so mad Pebbles gave you. I'm gonna have words with him. You're in trouble, Pebs. They're after you. There is a roguelite and there is deck building. This is true. This is true. No one can say you lied. Very proud of myself. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good bit. I like the bit. I mean, just like the game in general is just funny, right? It's just like cool that someone thought of that. Because there is a lot of them. Okay. Oh, I have to go kill rats with my friends. And play Vermintide. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I must also feed my cats. There's something I must do before I play anything. I feel like there's something else I have to do. If it's important, I'll remember. Probably. All right, feed yourself. I'm not hungry right now, but I will try and keep that in mind. Because I otherwise I won't eat for the next 6 hours. So I do need to try and remember. But not just yet. I ate like 10 minutes before stream. So I only ate a few hours ago. All right. Thanks everyone for hanging out and listening to me ramble about learning in League of Legends. Just yapping. Just fucking yapping. All I ever do is yap. All I ever do is yap into a microphone and you people keep showing up and listening to it for some reason. You baffle me. But I do appreciate you all keep continuing to come back and listen to me go on and on and on about stupid bullshit for hours. I also appreciate people telling me to sit up and drink water and just chatting. I appreciate Philiomancer for helping me navigate Morrowind, even though I'm going very slow and I'm doing very badly. And I appreciate Pebbles for dropping 20 bits to make his message a lesbian or whatever it was. Buy that one. Yeah. Very cool. And I'll appreciate you all again on Friday to play more Spyro the Dragon, which I think we were closing in on the end. So I might go a little bit longer on Friday if we're as close as I feel like we are. Because we were cleaning up levels and stuff. You did a bunch of main story bits and didn't starve in Vivek. You did good. Let's go. I don't know why I keep saluting. I've like developed a tick. Anyway. Hell yeah. Lots of little cats. Tormenting Feely with that emote. Alright. Oh, we need a raid. That's the thing we do. Shit. Forgot about that part. Who do we raid? Boopity 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 boop boo. Niwa is on. Nira's on. It just makes it nice and simple. I'll keep raiding my friends over and over again. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. So what if I raid the same 5 people in a circle? Who cares? Time is a flat circle and I'm not about to break it. Alright, Nira's playing like a dragon. Infinite Wealth. I'm going to assume a very good game because all the others were. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I love you. Mwah. I'll see you later. Salute it again. I hate it. I hate it. Ugh. Something's turned me into a bootlegger. Bye.